As you can tell by me pointing at the calendar, this video is very late, but I decided to make a windmill for my Christmas nativity scene. I was in time when recording. I started with a block of polystyrene foam I cut to size and shape with a wire cutter since I did not have a wire table at the time. Now I'm making rocks out of XPS foam by cutting chunks out of small pieces of it so as to give more character to an otherwise tasteless structure. And since it's a long process, I decided to use editing magic so as to speed things up. Then, given the fact that I can't find the rush anywhere, I'm gonna assume that I forgot to record the part where I made this door and the arch that goes with. Steps are added at the door so as to allow easy access. And it's now time to stick the rocks. I can then texture them using an aluminium foil bowl, and I can now put plaster on the structure for texture. It's a simple water, plaster and Mod Podge mix. Now it's time for the roof, and I once more forgot to record the part where I made this Mod Podge infused paper framework. I'm marking coffee stirring sticks and then cutting them for the tiles. And seeing it fly gave me an idea. After a few attempts, I got it first try. Now it's time to stick the tiles on the roof, beginning with the holy one. Now the windmill needs the windmill part of it that was made using balsa wood beams and coffee stirrers. After it all has been glued, it's painting time. I'm starting with a somewhat watery light grey on the rocky parts. The rest of the wall gets a very thinned down mustardy yellow ochre. I followed that up with a series of progressively lighter yellows dry brushed on the wall, and some grey for the rocks. I can then paint the door, which gets a sky blue color. It was awful to paint because I spit an absurd amount of CA glue onto the door because said glue was more liquid than my usual, and paint doesn't adhere well to CA glue. The beams and the doorknob get a slightly grey-black, the roof a very watery brown coat, and the windmill a dark woody brown. Now this is oil paint, and this is mineral spirit. When combined, it makes oil wash, and it is the tits. I apply it generously all over the model, and it creates very cool shadows. And after a series of dry brush on the roof, the painting is done, which means we're all set to admire this small craft.